What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Formula 7 Racing. We are live here in Singapore. Sorry, I'm just looking at something, and I do need to do a quick sound check to make sure everything sounds okay. I hope everybody is okay. I'm glad I hope everybody is okay. Yeah, sounds okay. I'm glad to have made it. Really appreciate Jorn stepping in to do F2 because that has massively helped me out, especially with my big interview tomorrow. So yeah, massive shout out to him for covering F2. But I made it, so I may as well. And Fanfitness has got DSQ'd again. I'm sure that's a couple of times now this season. CJ up to P3. We've got Kevin Gamer on and out that. Then we've got Yaye in the Racing Bull. Remember, his teammate is leading the Drivers' Championship. That's how it looks at the moment. Leo Lund is the Drivers' Championship leader. So maybe Yaye can come into this and play a pivotal part in this race. Who knows? But we are soon to find out. Can I join when I get back? Hasbaz, you should be able to. I just need to confirm that there's no drivers waiting to get in. So Sam the Man is fastest in P1 in that Williams, and it's under the lights here in Singapore. So looking forward to this one. That is Yaye that is on a lap at the moment. So let's see what he can do. And we just need to bring up the data, and he has backed out. Yeah, because he races for McLaren Esports. He's absolutely rapid. Fair play to him. He is absolutely rapid. He really is. So you are watching on Twitch and TikTok. So if you are on any of them platforms watching, we welcome you in. Yaye up to P6, and then remember we've got Fanfitness with that DSQ and the championship. Look how close it is. Anybody from 4th upwards is 32 points separating them in realistic as well, which is absolutely madness. So it should be a cracker. Have I not changed the title? I should have changed the title, no? Yeah, I have changed the channel. Changed the title here. Right, so a couple of the drivers on outlaps. One of them being XD Storms in the Sauber. Yeah, I bet it does, mate. I bet it feels really different. So F2 will be uploaded to YouTube shortly. We've got 10 minutes of this qualifying session remaining. I know a lot of people are going to be really busy watching the football tonight. And Deadly has got an opportunity in the Mercedes. I'm surprised that Deadly hasn't been given an opportunity to take that Mercedes seat sooner, especially with the way that he's been driving. The points that he's been getting in that Williams is unbelievable. So yeah, really glad to see him getting a chance. Surprised it's not come sooner. Hackmore in the Aston Martin. We can have a look at the fastest sectors at the moment. As you can see there, Deadly, Sam the Man and Sam the Man. But Hackmore is improving. Oh, and he's got traffic. Oh, and that was a Williams. Who was that? That was, I think it was Kevin Gamer. It was Kevin Gamer, and Hackmore was on a flying lap. Yeah, I know Deadly's raced for McLaren, but I'm surprised he's not been given another opportunity sooner. I know he's already raced for him once, hasn't he? Or twice? Has he raced for him twice? Definitely once. But I'm surprised he's not been given more opportunities to race throughout the season. Especially considering how good he's been in that Williams. Mate, he sits 8th in the Drivers' Championship in a Williams. It's incredible. So up to P2, and Deadly in the Mercedes goes fastest, and that's what we were talking about. And Deadly is showing up here in Singapore at the Marina Bay circuit. So I'm trying to think of the names here. I will get the track map up in a minute, but I'm sure we go from turn 5 down towards turn 6 and then 7 at Memorial Corner. down in towards the Singapore Sling at turn 10, into the hairpin, up towards Connaught, and yeah, I remember a few of them, not all of them. So Deadly and Jeffy Boy are 1-2. They are probably safe. Then you've got Casper on an outlap. So what can Casper do? The number 93 driver in the McLaren. And it is incredible to see that Casper is only 32 points behind the championship leader, considering he joined the season. I mean, he did reserve, but he has dropped quite a few points for his own teammate. When he was reserving in McLaren, I'm sure he gave up a win in, I don't think it was Miami. There was one where he dropped back and let his teammate go through. Had he not have given up them points, would he now be fighting for the title? Who knows? So we are about to witness something special with these two McLarens. If the drivers, if you are listening, if you could share your data, that would be terrific, because then on the left hand side we can use this leaderboard, and instead of it saying player, it will say your name. Even if you don't want to share your data, if you can just share your public name, that would be really good. And then, like for the Sauber there, where it just says player, it would have your name, and then we can use this one. We can have the tyres up and the battery charge all at the same time. It's a lot better than the one that F1 show. So if you go into your settings, telemetry, share your name or public ID, whatever it is, that would be really good. So the drivers on a lap, we have a couple into the pit lane, and the track is green. So Casper is in at P1, Deadly in P2, and then B Right in at P3. You do have Reese Dye. I don't think he's on a lap. He's not. He's saying he's not on a lap. Then you've got Cars in that Ferrari, Epic OJ. So Cars in that Scuderia to the line to start his lap, and then he will start to burn the battery. I think somebody just shared their name, didn't they? There was a couple with... Reese has done it as well. Brilliant. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That looks way better. All we now need now is Leo and the Sauber to just share their name. They don't need to share their telemetry, but if they share their name, that would be good. But you don't need to. It's not an absolute requirement, guys. But I appreciate it. It just gives us more data, lets us see things. 5 minutes to go here in Q1, and with that left-hand side panel, it looks so much better. Thank you, Andreas. So, Cars in that Ferrari. Hey! VGPR, thank you so much. What's going on? That could be anybody. Sander, maybe? How are we? So, Deadly 6/1000ths behind. Jeffy Boy's retired. He is safe. So, Jeffy Boy, that is it. Calls it a day. Yaya is up to P8. Then we've got Sam the Man in P9. Then we've got Hackmore in P10. Jays, they're all into the pit lane. Kevin Gamer is out. Reese Dye is still in the pit lane with 4 minutes to go. He is leaving it very late. Cars is still out on a lap. Fanfordis in the Mercedes. Is Fingy joining? There's no Red Bull driver. Is Hasbro's joining in the Red Bull? I think he was looking to join, weren't he? Was it Hasbro's? Jabba. No, he's not online yet. So there you have it. The McLarens are retiring. Here we go. On board with Cars as we head down into... Oh, he's invalidated it. That's what the X meant. So he has invalidated it. He's got 3.5 minutes to get round and go again. Reese in the other Ferrari has now started his lap time. So we ride on board. No, sorry, he's on an out lap. He is leaving this very late. If you make any slight mistake, it is over. He is treading on dangerous waters here, is the Ferrari driver of Reese. So the Brit needs to be extra careful not to be knocked out at the very last minute. No worries, Hasbras. Yaye into P8 in that Williams, doing a splendid job, is the Swedishman. Then we've got the Sauber Super Turbo. You've got XD Storms and Yawn in the Alpine right on the brink of elimination. But we've still got a lot of big names coming up to set some lap times with 2.5 minutes to go at the Marina Bay circuit. Yellow flags are waving. Leo Lund retires. That is it for the championship leader. So Yoic Shawn is right there on the brink. Then you've got Kevin Gamer, who is still trying to improve. Is that Cars back in the pit lane? 2 minutes to go. This is incredible. Cars needs to get out of the pit lane very quickly. This is not good for the Ferrari. So here comes Reese to start his lap. Let's ride on board with the man that sits in P3 in the Drivers' Championship, just 20 points off the lead. In towards turn 3 and 4. And then we head in towards turn 5 before that DRS kicks in. The Scuderia back onto the throttle he goes. Kicks it down. DRS enabled. ERS is on. That rear wing wide open to get that extra bit of speed as we go in towards turn 7 at Memorial Corner. Down in towards turn 8 of the right-hander. Just hugging the apex. Back onto the throttle. Just trying to feather it through there as we go in towards the Singapore Sling towards turn 10. This is the tricky part of this circuit. You've got to brake, hug the apex into the left, back into the right, keeping hold of the car, not letting the back end snap out as we go down in towards the hairpin at turn 13. And then you will get that DRS once again, the rear wing wide open for that extra bit of horsepower as we head towards turn 14 at Connaught. Reese Dye sets the fastest sector 2 of anybody. Cars is on an outlap. He might just make it to the line. And it is purple sectors for the Scuderia as we head in towards turn 16. Through the right and left. He's kept hold of it. Really close to the wall. And Reese Dye, it was absolutely never in doubt. And he comes through a 127.9 for the Ferrari. Kevin Gamer down to P17. Yawn is down in P16. He's fighting with Super Turbo for that last spot. Cars has got 20 seconds. I tell you what, he is living life very dangerously here. 12 seconds. This is going to be extremely close, you know. He is going to make it, but only just. And the Dutchman will make it with only 4 seconds to go. Now, if he makes any mistakes or even invalidates his lap time, that is it for the Dutchman. He's sort of got to live it on the edge there, and that is P11 for Super Turbo in the Haas. Sam the Man takes it off him. He is up to P11. Super Turbo down to P12. Hackmore is in P13. Jays has not improved. XT Storms in the kick. Sauber. Then we got Yoic Shawn. The Sauber is not improving. Kevin Gamer. Jays is probably safe now. It all relies on the Ferrari for XD Storms. He is hoping that the Scuderia makes a mistake and that he's able to get into Q2. So, cars in towards the Singapore Sling. Leaning to the left. Back onto the right. Trying to flick that car through the corners. Precision and accuracy plays a massive part, and you can just see him locking up ever so slightly there as he slides into the hairpin. Drivers moving out of the way as we head up towards Connaught at turn 14. Back onto the throttle for the Dutchman. He's got to play it safe now, and the Ferrari with that DRS enabled. That was a Sauber up to P9. Then Hackmore is also safe. Yoic Shawn is out. Kevin Gamer is out. And it all relies on cars. And once again, he has took it very cautiously. And it's P10. XD Storms is out in Q1. But he did a cracking job. Yawn just missing out. Jays has scraped through into Q2. But yeah, Cars living life on the very edge there as he only got P11. Lewis W up to P9 in the Aston Martin. Sort of flew under the radar in that session, didn't he? But yeah, really good qualifying there for all 19 drivers. So there you have it. Reese Dye is the man on top here in Q1. I just need to write these down, so do bear with me. I do like going through them, but I need to get it in. Reese, Casper, Deadly, Leo Lund, then B Wright in the McLaren. Then you've got Epic OJ, Jeffy Boy, Sam the Man, Lewis W, CJ Cars. Then the Racing Bulls of Yaye. Then you've got P13, Super Turbo, Hackmore, Jays all through. Then XD Storms, Yawn, Kevin Gamer, and Fanfinus is out. Fanfinus DSQ once again. Very close. Very close. We have got game volume, haven't we, guys? I just want to make sure we've definitely got game volume. I just want to do something. Oh, I forgot when I press buttons, they pop up. I need to delete a few things, to be honest, because I've got sorry guys, I've got a 10-minute video that I've just recorded there on that last F2 race for some content for like a promo video, so I need to sort that out. Sorry, 1 second. Right. But yes, Yawn covered for me tonight, which I'm very grateful for F2. Obviously, if you didn't know, I've got a big interview tomorrow, which I'm quite nervous about, but I'm looking forward to. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so that's at 3 o'clock tomorrow in Liverpool, so just to give me some preparation tonight. Yawn was going to cover the whole night, but I ended up finishing what I was doing, getting everything ready, and yeah, I was ready for F1, so appreciate it, Yawn. So a few of the drivers on outlaps, the McLaren will lead the way, so that is B Wright back on track after his little break and his trip back over to England from the Netherlands. He is a 3-time realistic world champion. He sort of found himself in all the right places at all the right times. He was at Mercedes when they were quite dominant, I think it was, and then he was at Red Bull when they were dominant, and now he's at McLaren when they're in that dominant era. So he's always found himself on his feet, but there's a reason why he's found himself on his feet, because people, they see the consistency that Ben brings. He very rarely retires, ever really retires. He always does so well in every car that he's ever been in, and he's brought championships home. So the reason that he ends up in these winning dominant cars is because he's a winning dominant driver himself. So yeah, he's done a cracking job over the years, over the seasons, especially here in realistic. And he's had some great battles as well. He could have been a 4-time realistic world champion. Unfortunately, he lost that in Abu Dhabi against Fanfinus last season. But if you have a look at the championship, Fanfinus is not doing well on his defence of his championship. Well, that's how it looks at the moment. So on board with B Wright as we head in towards Connaught at turn 14, using that outside line. Back onto the throttle, DRS enabled as we go through turn 15. Down in towards turn 16. Yeah. Imagine he goes into some... I don't think Leo Lund would want to go into anything better than a Racing Bull. So around turn 18 and 19 to the line, and it is a 128.6. Will that be enough to keep him on top? Super Turbo, and then Casper a 128.0 for the other Papaya. And The Red Bull of Jeffy Boy just on his way out of the pit lane. There goes CJ. A 1:30 dead. Then Leo Lund in the Racing Bull is going to start his lap time. So we're going to ride on board with the championship leader. You've got Deadly and Yaye on outlaps. You've got Cars in the Ferrari. Through comes Hackmore, a 1:29.3 in the Aston Martin. Yellow flags waving. That is a Haas driver that has spun it through turn 7. Right in that apex. It is absolutely amazing to watch Leo Lund at work. It is like artwork. And you're just watching Picasso painting on the racetrack. As we head in towards the Singapore Sling, over the apex at turn 10, through turn 11, you can see it. He is working with absolute millimetres here, is Leo Lund. Look how close he is to the wall. If he blinks in the wrong direction, he is going into that barrier, but he is just so on the edge and so in control. It is phenomenal. Through turn 14 at Connaught, as we ride on board with Leo Lund, the Swedish driver, as we go down in towards turn 16, through the right-hander, right over the apex, through the left, and you'll see how close he is to the wall. He is extremely close as he comes through turn 18 and 19, down towards the checkered flag. It is P2, a 1:28.4 for Leo Lund in that realistic Racing Bull. Deadly and Yaye as well. Sam the Man, the American driver in that Williams, Mr. Consistent as well. Zora, I do actually want to know how you managed to get Leo Lund to race in your Racing Bull, to be honest. So Sam the Man up to P5. That is a cracking lap, especially when you've got Cars there. He's invalidated it again. Reese Dye is on an outlap. Then you've got Deadly and Yaye, Epic OJ in the Alpine. I am surprised to see Epic OJ in an Alpine, you know. He will be absolutely snatched up next season. And I think Epic OJ will be a little frustrated with not being able to get into a title challenging team this season. So if you had stuck Epic OJ in a Red Bull, for example, because Red Bull don't really have a second driver at the moment, if they were managed to snatch him up halfway through the season, if they had the money, I really do think that Epic OJ could be right up there competing, and I think he will be next season. That's good, Zora. I like that when you know each other and you've built that relationship and stuff like that. Yeah, I like that. That's what sim racing's all about. That's what sim racing is all about. Building them relationships and them bonds over racing, basically. Getting to know one another, racing for each other. Epic OJ out of turn 13. And he is putting in some decent pace here. What about Lewis W in the Aston Martin? It has, Mr. Reese, you are right. All good. How's yours, Velocity? Mate, Dennis, imagine me in that McLaren with my new wheel. I'd be well bad. No, I'm just kidding. So, Epic OJ, the fastest sector 3 of anybody, and he's up to P2 in that Alpine. That is what we're talking about. Epic OJ, take a bow. Let's have a look how quick them sectors are. Yeah, giant stick. Realistic F1 is just full of tier 1 drivers. Literally full of them. I think there's one driver that's not tier 1 in the whole league. No worries, Sander. How we doing? So, Epic OJ and Jeffy Boy up to P4. Jeffy Boy flies under the radar, you know, but he's a very good driver. He really is. And he always turns up, no matter what. Lewis W in the Aston Martin. Nice to see him back on track. And then you've got Reese Dye in the Ferrari. He has gone fastest in Sector 2. He is starting to show up now. Here comes Reese, lighting up the circuit. Nice, mate. Good luck. Good luck. Reese Dye in towards turn 18 and 19 to the line. Reese Dye goes fastest, a 1:27.6 from the Ferrari man. With 5.5 minutes remaining here in this qualifying session 2, Reese sits on top as he slows down with that really nice coloured helmet with that slight bit of touch of green. It's like a Mercedes green, actually. Epic OJ retires. He says, that's enough. I'm not going to be able to do any more from here. Reese sits on stop. Then you've got Jeffy Boy on the way into the pit lane. Cars is on his way out, once again leaving it very late. So interesting to see what he will do in this situation. Will he just go hell for leather and go for it again? We shall see. Sorry guys, 1 second. So Reese has retired. He's called it a day in Q2. B-Right is on his way back out, and then Cars, he's just starting his flying lap. So Cars really close to the wall as he came out of turn 9, down in towards turn 10 now. Through the right-hander at turn 11, just hugging the apex. And then down in towards the hairpin at the left hand. And you can see the way Cars is there. Did you see the way he went to the right and then he spun it into the left before it even hit the apex? It was really clever. It's like he glides into it. You can learn so much from watching these top tier drivers. You really can. Through turn 15, down in towards turn 16. Remember, it is overcast. That's a little bit deep from the Ferrari, but it won't have cost him too much time. He is on fire here. And the Dutchman will come around the final 2 corners. Oh, he's lost it. He does still get the lap in, but that might not be safe. He is up to P8 with 2 minutes to go. Does he have enough fuel to go again? That mistake might have just cost him his Q3 appearance. So the Haas has spun it as well. I think that is either Jay's. It is Jay's. All of the drivers are on their way back out, including 2 Aston Martin drivers. I am wondering if Cars has got enough to go again. He is trying to recharge that battery. Potentially, he has the fuel, but I wouldn't be surprised if I see him go into the pit lane at the end of this lap. Here comes Hackmore. He is going to be the first of the back markers. Be Right is fastest in Sector 2. Super Turbo in P14. He is coming out of Turn 4 down in towards Turn 5. Deadly goes fastest through Sector 1 in that Mercedes. It is all going on track here. Deadly through Turn 9 and down towards the Singapore Sling. The Mercedes driver. So, Be Right a 127.5. And the man from Bristol back in the P1 spot. Casper starts his lap. Here comes Deadly. Purple Sector 2. Around turn 14 at Connaught. Keeps it valid. A few drivers just in front. I think that's Jeffy Boy on an outlap who's also a little worried with where he sits, and Cars is into the pit lane. He has retired. He will not be able to improve here in Singapore. Deadly comes round to guarantee his spot into Q3. He takes P3. All the other drivers are now coming round. That is Sam the Man. He's got a couple of seconds to hit the line. Then the Haas of Super Turbo. He is trying to improve. The checkered flag has waved. This is it. Super Turbo to the line, and it's P10. He is through, but for how long? Hackmore goes P6. Cars in the Ferraris on the brink of elimination. CJ takes P10 away from Super Turbo. He is out. Here comes Lewis W. in the Aston Martin around turn 18 and 19. Lewis W. to the line. Stays P11. Sam the Man as well. Here comes Yaya to P12, I think that was. Be Right. And then you've got Leo Lund that goes up to P4. Cars is on the brink of elimination, but it's going to take... No, that is it. He is safe. Casper goes fastest in the McLaren. Sam the Man. It's either him or CJ. CJ's done a great job here at getting into P10. It is all on the American. Can he get into Q3 in that Williams? We shall find out in just a moment's time as we head in towards turn 16. Through the apex. Close to the wall there on the exit. Through turn 18 and 19 we go. And has the Williams done enough to get through? He has! A 128.7. Sam the Man is into Q3 in that Williams. George Russell-like performance. Alex Albon, eat your heart out. Sam the Man has arrived. So, into Q2 we have finished. Let's have a look at the results. You have Casper on top and Be Right in P2. Then you have Reese in P3. I just need to write these down, bear with me. Deadly in P4, Leo Lund P5, Epic OJ P6, then Hackmore, Jeffy, Cars, Sam the Man, CJ, Lewis W, and then in P13 was Yaya, then Jays and Super Turbo. A good second qualifying that was. So, into Q3 we go. It is the McLaren of Casper this time that will get us underway first. So Casper, the man from Sweden, will now lead the way in towards turn 3 as he uses that outside curb. He's just being ever so careful there. In towards the left-hander at turn 7. Through Memorial Corner, in towards turn 8. And look, you can just see how close he goes. And the concentration levels that you've got to have around a circuit like Singapore are absolutely immense. If you make one lack of judgment or lack of concentration, it can just end your race completely, especially when you're racing around a circuit like the Marina Bay, a street circuit that is just so close to the walls. But to get the maximum out of the circuit, to get the maximum out of yourself, you have to push to the absolute very limits of your capabilities, and you cannot go in half-hearted. You've got to go in fully committed, and if that means sometimes that you make that mistake, then you've got to make the mistakes, because without mistakes you will never improve. And it's a 1:27.3 for Casper. It's not about practice. They say practice makes perfect, but it's about the mistakes. You have to make mistakes to improve. And every single one of these top tier drivers would have hit them barriers so many times to be able to drive around like they do now. B Wright a 1:27.8, a 1:27.9 for Deadly in the Mercedes. Then we've got Epic OJ. Leo Lundy's on an outlap with Reese Dye. Then you've got cars in the Ferrari. The Aston Martin of Hackmore will be first as we head out of turn 15. So Hackmore up to P5, a 1:28.2 in that Aston Martin, and it was Cars that went up to P3, a 1:27.9. This is getting extremely close now. Yellow flag's waving, and that is a few more drivers coming to the line. That was Sam the Man. It was Sam the Man. 1:29.8. You've got Reese and Leo Lund. Leo Lund has invalidated it. So we'll ride on board now with Reese. He's going to get a huge tow from his teammate in that Ferrari. And look at this. The Scuderias are working together. Sublime from Scuderias. Oh, sorry, yawn. I don't know where you are, mate, to be honest. There's that many friends online, Jesus. Yeah. So here we go. Reese is currently on provisional pole, the 127.277. 4 minutes to go here in this final qualifying session. So every single driver back into the pit lane. So a great time to tell you about Formula 7 racing. If you want to come and join, we race every single Sunday on F1 Tier 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then we race on Le Mans Ultimate, our multi-class division, every single Monday at 7 PM. We race Wednesdays, F2 and F1 Realistic from 6 PM till 9 PM on Wednesdays. And then a Settle course on Fridays, alternately with Le Mans GT3 as well. So we've got a bit of everything. So if you are interested. So a few of the drivers, that is both McLarens on their way out. It will be Casper that leads the way. So, here we go. Let's get down to business. What's on Saturday? Swayze doing LMG. No, we're doing a set of course for endurance racing, aren't we? Coming up in the near future. So, down in towards turn 1. On board with Casper. He's got his teammate of B right just behind him. So, both the McLarens are going to go for it here. It is so close on lap times. We'll keep our eyes peeled on what that means down below in the bottom left. Here we go. So Casper is just in front of B right. We're keeping our eyes peeled. Is he closing that gap to Reese? Down towards turn 9. And then you've got the run up into the Singapore Sling at turn 10, into the left-hander. You've got to get this pit right. And both McLarens will be coming through very close on track. Every single driver is on a flying lap. That is it here at the Marina Bay Circuit. Casper will be the first of the final runners, and he has gone fastest through Sector 2. Here we go. The McLaren putting on a dominant display as he comes through turn 17, close to the wall. His visor glistening under the LED lights as we come to the checkered flag. Casper takes provisional pole. B Right will be next to the line. B Right stays in P3. He does improve, but it's not enough to take the front row. Epic OJ in the Alpine will be next as he comes through turn 16 and turn 17. Very close to the wall is Epic OJ around the double left-hander. Full throttle to the line, and Epic OJ takes P4, and then comes Reese Dye to stay in P2. Reese cannot take pole position back. Cars has invalidated it again. Here comes Deadly. Here comes Hackmore. Here comes Jeffy. Leo Lund takes P4. Deadly to the line. Hackmore stays in P8. And the Mercedes takes P5. Qualifying is done as Sam the Man comes through in P9. So there you have it. Casper takes pole position by 1/10 of a second. Then B Right in P3. And the V cab of Leo Lund in P4. The Mercedes of Deadly in P5. Then comes Epic OJ in the Alpine in P6. Cars in P7. And then comes Hackmore in P8. Sam the Man in the Williams in P9. And Jeffy Boy in P10. P4, Zora, P4. So here we go, get ready to go racing. So let's have a look at the track here today. So we are here at the Marina Bay Circuit here in Singapore, a 3-mile track with 19 corners and 3 DRS detection zones. I think there's actually 4 DRS detection zones. 19 corners, a very flat circuit throughout the streets of Singapore. A very good circuit actually, I do enjoy it a lot. But yeah, let's get ready to go racing. So, They are all going around towards the grid. It is going to be very tight going in towards turn 1, this, that's for sure. So they are lining up. I wonder if Casper's going to line up like he did last time. He is. Look how he's pointing. He's pointing to the left. So he's just ready and eager to get going. We'll get the reaction times up between Reese and Casper. So here we go. We are going to ride on board with Casper and Reese to see who can get off the line quicker. And this is it for round 13 here at Formula 7 Realistic, powered by Sim Racing Setups. And it's lights out and away we go. Casper cuts straight off in front of Reese. Here comes B. Wright in the other McLaren. Leo Lund is down the inside. Wheel to wheel with the papaya. And Leo Lund in the Racing Bull is already through and up to P3. As he gets his foot down early, can B. Wright fight back? That is a sensational start from Leo Lund. Cars is in front of Epic OJ. Here comes Joey Sean. He's already up to P12 in that Alpine. And all of the drivers safely through. Here comes Hackmore. And Epic OJ going to go later on the brakes around the outside of the Ferrari. And it is that Scarlet Ferrari that is holding on to position. Here comes the Williams up the inside of Jeffy Boy. That is Sam the Man. Here's Yaya in the Racing Bull trying to make progress. Super Turbo is through on Lewis W as he goes close to the wall. But he is in front of the Aston Martin. Fanfurness from the back of the grid in that Mercedes AMG is up to P17. But we are all through and all 20 drivers escape unharmed. Oh, that is Jabba and Kevin Gamer. And that is XT Storms and Fanfurness. He does not want a battle like that on his hands at this stage of the race. And he's going to have to be a bit patient. Jabba around the outside of Kevin Gamer. Sorry, down the inside of Kevin Gamer. The Williams driver just clattering into the wall. Did he get damaged? Remember, this is standard damage. It's realistic racing. And Kevin Gamer did lose a little bit of time. Here comes Jason. Kevin Gamer goes late on the brakes. Nearly into the back of Jabba in that Red Bull. DJ Harvey will be watching. And that is Super Turbo. That is through on CJ. Down towards Shears at turn 1. What about Hackmore in that Aston Martin? Through turn 2 and 3 we go. Reese Dye is chasing down Casper. He is going to get DRS. Here comes the Ferrari driver as we head down in towards Memorial Corner at turn 7. DRS enabled. Go to the left-hand side. The Ferrari is through. And Reese Dye battling his way. And the McLaren has to concede. And Reese is into the lead of the Grand Prix on lap 2. Ferrari forces through. Leo Lund is just behind in that Racing Bull. Then B. Wright, Deadly and Cars. So this is some great racing at the moment. Lewis W on the back of CJ 3000 as we come through the Singapore Sling. It's nice to see the race going the way it's going at the moment. And we can see the Drivers' Championship. That's what it looks like at the moment. And there goes Super Turbo and Yoichi Sean. Both of them fighting it out. Alpine versus Haas. And it is 1-0 Haas at the moment. But can Yoichi Sean? No, he's got DRS. Does Super Turbo. Now comes CJ with a late lunge up the inside. That is a bit of a silly move from CJ. Restart going fastest. And CJ was never going to make that corner. He just used Yoichi Sean as a barrier to stop himself. Casper will have DRS. Leo Lund trying to stay within touching distance. B. Wright is clinging on to the back of that Racing Bull, roaring away. So what about Casper And he is going to do the same as Reese, but Reese is going to be clever about it. He's going to send him the long way around as he turns in. The Ferrari will squeeze him, but then the McLaren will have the inside line and still nothing to separate them. This is awesome racing from the pair of them. Late on the brakes goes the McLaren, but Reese, defensively great once again. Leo Lund's still there in P3, then B right and Deadly. The DRS train is well underway here in Singapore. Sam the Man, Yaye, Super Turbo, then comes CJ, Yo It's Yawn, Fanford trying to force his way up the grid with no prevail at the moment. Is he going to go for that lunge into the hairpin? Oof, and that's Yo It's Yawn that turning in, but I don't know if he thought Fanford was there for a moment. So, Casper once again with that rear wing open, but he'll be a little bit more patient here. We have already seen some great battles between these two. And if these continue to battle, the grid behind will continue to close up. And that is B right that has closed up to Leo Lund. Fanfnis is now through on Yo It's Yawn. Another down. And look at these. These are extremely close. So, 28 laps to go. Here comes Casper in the McLaren. And he has got that DRS. And once again, the Ferrari's going to send him out wide. Will the Scuderia go late on the brakes? It does, and they do touch this time. Casper is back through and into the lead of the Grand Prix. But at what cost? These two are getting well acquainted with each other here at the Marina Bay circuit. And it is getting extremely fiery out there at the moment. Casper is back in front once again, right where he started on pole position. Then you've got B right on the back of Leo Lund as you're coming through turn 11 and 12. XD Storms picks up a 3-second time penalty. Jeffy Boy in the Red Bull is making progress. He's up from P10 to P9. Fanfnis in the Mercedes on the back of that Kick Sauber. He does not want to lose too much time here. He's 1.8 seconds behind, but he is on the hard compound tyres. So is Jabba and XD Storms. He will get that DRS now. Here comes Reese on Casper. It is Sweden versus Britain as it goes. Sweden, Britain, Sweden, Britain. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fastest lap is owned by that Ferrari at the moment as we come through turn 3 and down towards turn 4 and 5. Remember that DRS will kick in once again. The McLaren just sliding through there. And this might be the move for Reese to retake the lead of the Grand Prix as we head down in towards Memorial Corner at turn 7. He's going to go around the outside. The McLaren will use his own tactics against him. But the Ferrari is back on the track and up the inside. And another great tussle between the pair of them. The McLaren is holding on. And back in front goes Casper. This is sensational what we are watching right here in Singapore. Fanfan is doing a great job. He's up to P13. He is through on that Sauber. And look at Deadly. I do wonder if pit stops are going to make a big difference here. And that is a safety car. Wow, safety car. And that is Kevin Gamer that has caused the safety car, but I don't know how, because he doesn't have damage. I don't think anybody's got damage, so how has a safety car come out there? Jay's has got a little bit of front wing damage, but I don't see anybody else with damage. I do not know how a safety car has come out. The Sauber has got quite significant damage on the front of that car, but I don't think enough to warrant a safety car coming out. So all of the drivers are into the pit lane except Fanfan. Wow, he's stopping on track. Fanfan is going to be in the lead of this Grand Prix. This is incredible. From P20, Fanfan is into P1. This has really messed up a lot of strategies here, this random safety car. Yeah, it looks like he just spun, but I just don't understand why the safety car came out. If all he did was spin. Seems strange. So, Fanfness will get us underway. What's his tyres looking like? 16 and 20%. Wow, after 6 laps on hards. That feels a lot of tyre degradation there. I don't think they usually deteriorate that fast. So, Fanfness leading to Reese in P2. The Dutchman holding a very strong position, actually, to be quite honest with you. Because when Fanfness does eventually pit, this is going to prolong his hard tyres for even longer. And the drivers behind are probably going to have to pit as well again. But Fanfness is going to be in a strong position with a huge undercut. Yeah, that might explain it. That's a bit... It's a bit crap for you, mate. So we go green and he will get us underway. Fanfness leads, then Reese Dye, then Casper going down in towards Shears at turn 1. We are 8 laps in to a 31 lap race. And it is all very close behind, but everybody is still through nicely. Here comes Sam the Man on cars. He's just going to back out for now. No, up the inside he goes. They do touch. Sam the Man is through. And now here comes Hackmore as well. The Aston Martin driver capitalising on the mistakes in front. That Ferrari might go for that late lunge, but around the outside goes Hackmore, and the Belgian driver is squabbling with the Dutchman of cars. And he squeezes him out wide. And now here comes Epic OJ, and you don't want him on your tail. So, cars going in towards the Singapore Sling, trying to make an overtake. Fanfness is still leading it is quite decent around Singapore to be the driver in front. Can Reese get through? This is going to be holding up the drivers. The longer that Fanfrenes can hold up the drivers, it is better for him. And that is cars. The Ferrari has spun and the Aston Martin has spun. Oh, and the Sauber has hit them as well. And that is a VSC. And it is carnage here in Singapore. As a couple of drivers involved and one of them being a Ferrari. Oh, it's a full course safety car again. You are kidding me. So another full course safety car. Singapore not delivering one of its finest now. It started off so promising and so well. So this is not what we were hoping for. It's still a good race. Hackmore is out. He's retired in the pit lane. So the Aston Martin driver is out. So Fanfrenes is going to get another safety car restart on them older tyres, where he's going to be able to try and keep that position. This is working out really well for him. I don't know if a second safety car is good for him. Safety car is in this lap. We are going to go racing again. Sorry guys, I am trying to sort stuff out at the same time, so I do apologise. I don't mean to just be silent whilst the race is happening. So he's gonna slow this right down, and I mean way down. Look at how much he's backing this up. This is interesting stuff. And then he slides out of turn 17. And Reese is going to stay with him. And look at this from Leo Lund. He got a good start, but now then he runs wide out of turn 18. Here comes the McLaren just weaving left and right. The Ferrari is there as we go in towards Shears at turn 1. Then you've got Yoic Yorn on the back of Yaye. And then Jabba. Here comes Reese. Is he going to be able to get the better X out of turn 5? I think he is. Is he going to burn that battery? I think Fanfrenes will do the same. We're watching the battery charge to the right-hand side. Here he comes up the inside. He's going to go later on the brakes into the side of the Mercedes and into the lead of the Grand Prix. Fanfrenes will come back at him, though. He will try and hold on to this position. Here comes Casper, and this is the worst thing that could have happened for Casper, to be behind a driver with older tyres and with the Ferrari moving off in the distance. Casper knows that this is a really bad position for him to be in, and he needs to think of a way out, think of an escape route, and he needs to do it quickly. He needs to get the better exit, get his foot down. That's what he'll do. He'll deploy that battery. And then he goes for that late lunge up the inside. We knew it was coming. And then he needs to get his foot down. They do tango wheels. Now he's got to burn that battery. Fanfrenes has got so much straight line speed. There's no DRS yet. And Casper again will go late around the outside. Wheel to wheel go the Mercedes and the McLaren. And it is Casper that has just got his nose ahead. But look at the straight line speed that Fanfrenes is carrying. DRS is now enabled. And Casper has ended up 1.8 seconds behind the Ferrari in the lead. And that is Fanfrenes now starting to struggle on them tyres. Here comes Leo Lund. Fanfrenes with them. They're not even that bad, to be quite honest with you. Leo Lund will send him ice skating down the inside, and he'll switch it back and try and get the overtake down towards Memorial Corner at turn 7. They do clatter wheels, and Leo Lund will cling to the outside line as the Mercedes pushes him off, but Leo Lund is through. Now here comes B. Wright, Leo in the Racing Bull, and both Mercedes and the McLaren, they're 2 by 2 by 2 as we come through turn 9 and down towards the Singapore Sling at turn 10. There's a Red Bull in the distance that's got a bit of damage and losing an end plate. Here comes Deadly in the Mercedes. Then you've got B. Wright. Then you've got Fanfrenes. And the Mercedes is holding on for dear life here in Singapore. Wow. Look at Leo Lund. He's 3 seconds behind Casper. Oh, from that Mercedes. Oh. Safety car. What is going on? We're 12 laps in. We've had 3 safety cars. Oh, I'm getting tired now. What a race. What is going on? So, this is our break. We get a bit of a break now, Jesus. So what is going on here? It's not how we were planning for this to go, but it's the way it's going. So Reese will now lead in the Ferrari. He is not pitted, so that is, you know, big to see that Reese is not pitted. Neither is Deadly, which means you've now got a Sauber. But the big talking point here is you've got cars in the Ferrari that is going to back his teammate in the lead. I am telling you now, this is going to cause absolute carnage, because Cars is going to hold up that pack like crazy. Wait, B-Right's stuck in the pit lane. Oh, he's back out. What the hell is going on? It says he's still in the pit lane. Oh, he is still in the pit lane. Well, the game's not broken. Ben's game's broken. What is going on? I've just seen that. I don't even know, mate. I've never even seen this. Oh, he's come out. What has happened here? Wow. Mate, oh, that... I don't even know if we can do that. No, I know. It's, yeah, and that's not going to happen, Jan. This is, well, we're going to have to, aren't we? Because the game's glitched out and broken. I don't know if it's fair, though. That's what I'm just trying to work out in my head. Yeah, we're restarting. It's red flag. It's red flag. Well, I need to try and sort out the standings now. It's gonna have to be before the safety car. You know, that is going to cause absolute carnage for us, you know, absolute carnage, because essentially it's going to ruin the standings that all the stats that we've got here. I don't know how this will work now. I don't even know how to go back and check what the results were. It's grid under safety car. It's going to have to be grid under safety car. Yeah, if somebody can send me the picture of the grid, that would be good. Oh, no, I can't have that stats. I need to shut down the app. Well, the thing is, if it's grid under the safety car, it can't... I don't know if it can be grid under the safety car. Because the safety car is the reason it's been red flagged. And then you've got drivers that pitted and drivers that didn't pit. So it's like you've got drivers that were at the back of the grid now at the front because the drivers had pitted under the safety car, so it wasn't a true position. So it's got to be right before. Ugh. What is going on? Yawn and cars. If you can just retire, guys, let's not mess around. We've got too much to do. Guys, come on. Just press pause and retire. We've got too much time to be messing around. Oh, it's going to be a long night, this. We're going to have to do a 35% race. I need to try and find a replay because I need to get the grid. Yes, yeah, it will be based off exactly when the safety car message popped up. As soon as the safety car message popped up, that's when we need the grid from. But I need a picture of it. It's a nightmare. Why is it not letting me change it? Why is it not letting me change it now? Who's... Oh... Sorry guys, 1 second. It's on the other screen. It's on my PlayStation. So guys, don't forget your setups. Yeah, the reason I went for 35 I'm going to explain, because I don't feel like we got any racing done in the first 25%. We spent 6 or 7 laps behind the safety car. We spent 6 or 7 laps behind the safety car. We'd hardly done any racing. It just didn't make sense to do 16 laps and finish. So I don't feel like we collect enough data doing 25% race. And I've just lost all the data from the opening 16 laps, so I just wanted to get a bit more data from this race. Well, it's actually collected the data from the race, which is a bit... Oh no, that's from Monza, brilliant. Yes, it's not collected the data, brilliant. Yes, so that's what we wanted. So remember your setups, guys. Oh, this is brutal. It really is. I've been up since R4 as well. I've got no volume now either in my mic. And I don't know why. I apologise everybody, I know I can't please everybody. The thing is though, we're going to have to be consistent with that, and if people have issues like that, then we're going to have to continue to do that and red flag it and stuff. It's just I do apologise, bit of a nightmare really. I apologise if anybody's in the wrong position. I apologise if people didn't get in. I did my best. It's annoying when that happens as well, because the data that just butchers, honestly. So here we go for the second time here in Singapore. And it's lights out and away we go. Casper did get a good start, but Reese is straight across him. B-Right is already in front of Deadly as he goes late on the brakes. Side by side once again. That is Casper into the lead of the Grand Prix. The McLaren and the Ferrari. But it is Reese that comes out on top. And now here comes Leo Lund to pick up the scraps as we come through turn 5. Yellow flag waving. B-Right is now back in front. Leo Lund is through on Casper and into P2 as he chases down Reese for the lead of of the Grand Prix going in towards Memorial Corner. Epic OJ's into P8 and in front of Lewis W. Sam the Man, Cars, Yoic Sean, Super Turbo, CJ, Jace. There goes Yoic Sean and Jeffy Boy is through on Deadly as well. The Red Bull and the Mercedes competing for P6. Later on the brakes goes Jeffy and through goes Epic. Front wing damage for Deadly and Super Turbo on that opening lap. Yoic Sean on Cars. Oh, a slight mistake there from the Ferrari. So the lead, it is Reese. Near the end of the opening lap once again. And Leo Lund in at P2. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Oh, that is Jay's in the Haas. Oh, and he's got no front wing. Jay's has got no front wing. Reese has set the fastest lap of the race. He's got Leo Lund in P2. Casper in P3. Look at the Drivers' Championship and how it stands at the moment. That is the way it looks. This is massive. This would bring Reese back into play again. Jay's is in the pits. It is not all over yet. So DRS enabled. Fastest lap for Reese. Fastest sector 1 from Leo Lund. Jeffy Boy, remember, on them softs as well. And then Deadly, just that slight front wing damage. Will he get that replaced when he goes into the pit lane? Maybe so. On lap 2 of 22. Sam the Man in the Williams being super consistent in the top 10. He's in the points at the moment. I do, Vadnator, and thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's tomorrow, 3 o'clock, so I won't get told straight away. But yeah, a bit nervous, and I've been writing and practicing all day today. But yeah, thank you for your kind words. Here comes Reese and Leo Lund around turn 18 and 19. And then down the pit straight. Leo Lund setting the fastest lap. Then comes Casper through again. It is Ferrari, Racing Bull, McLaren, Mercedes. 4 different constructors in the top 4 spots. And there goes Epic OJ in the Alpine. He's on the back of Jeffy Boy. And he did get through on Deadly as well. So he's going to get the DRS on Jeffy Boy as we come in towards turn 5. That rear wing will be wide open as we go down in towards Memorial Corner at turn 7. He is going to move to the left-hand side and Epic OJ is through. And now here comes the Mercedes of Deadly on Jeffy Boy. They do touch. And that is very scrappy between the pair as they go down in towards turn 8 and then 9 at Padang. The Alpine has gone off in the distance. And Jeffy Boy holds on as he slips and slides through there. And the Aston Martin of Lewis W is through on the Mercedes. So, 3 attempts going down in towards the hairpin. Leo Lund in a decent position for this championship. As I said, that is how it looks. Looking at the reaction times. Oh, we didn't get them this time. You can see the battery for the drivers. Oh, and Reese Dye picking up a track limit violation there. And here comes Deadly again. Look how close these 4 are. These 5, look at that running wide there, Sam the Man. And these are all going to attack each other. They might even go 3 wide in towards Shears at turn 1. That is the Red Bull being very optimistic there. And then Sam the Man does the same and they do touch. That was very close. They both stayed in it. And now here comes the Ferrari of cars. And they've got to be careful not to ruin it for each other. And that is Sam the Man, that is Lewis W and Deadly. Here comes Cars. And that is Reese, that is fighting for the lead with Leo Lund. Leo Lund gets a good exit as we go down in towards the Singapore Sling, but he just backs out. Casper, Fanfinus, to end up in the position that he's ended up in as well. Wow. This is a really strong position for the Dutchman. And I don't think even he expected it. This is such a close race. If you blink, you may miss something here. Around turn 18 and 19. As we head towards Shears at turn 1. You've got to get this right. You've got to time it. You've got to make that move stick. And just cling on to it. You cannot let that back slide out. As we head towards turn 5. Still under the lights we go. We continue to race. And we have been racing for quite a while now. With 3 safety cars and a red flag. In towards the left-hander. It is still the Ferrari that leads, and here comes Cars. He was around 1/10 of a second behind Sam the Man then. I wonder what B Wright's going to do. You can see his battery charge. He is hanging on to that really well. Jeffy Boy's out. Jeffy Boy's out. Wait, did that flash red flag? VSC is out. It's not a full course safety car, but Jeffy is out. This is massive. And he has binned it through turn 10. I am wondering if anybody's going to pit. Absolutely. But that means the 2 McLarens. No, Casper stays out. Casper stays out. And B Wright pits. Is that tactical from the McLarens? Oh, you're kidding, Jeffy. You're kidding. So, the McLarens opting to favour the championship contender of B Wright. And Casper is going to stay out. Or is he going to go round and pit this lap? Yeah, and that's what they're going to do. He's not even going to lose anything here. Because he's got nobody in front of him, Casper. So this is actually quite clever. Because he's got nobody in front of him and he's the leader. He's going to go all the way round and then pit at the end of this lap. So that he comes out in the same position but on actually 1 lap fresher tyres. That could be the big difference come the end of these 22 laps. Remember, if you do like Le Mans Ultimate, Assetto Corsa or F1, come and join Formula 7 Racing, !Discord in the chat. Or go to f7r.co.uk. Join through there. We've got it all on there. And then you can come to our sim grid, Formula 7 Racing. So Jeffy Boy is out. Kevin Gamer picking up a time penalty. So Casper... So Hamray will probably pit. No, he doesn't. Surely that's his opportunity to get off the mediums. I would have thought he would have gone in then. I really did. And I tell you what, B Wright's racing with a Kick Sauber here. And I'm not sure why. XT Storms has picked up a time penalty under the safety car. Yawn has just took a huge chunk of the apex. Oh, what is going on here? I don't understand how they're all overtaking him for track position. Oh, the VSC went in. Oh, that's what I was thinking it was a full course safety car. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. So they are racing. Wow, what an overtake from XD Storms. Oh my god, what an overtake. That was a brilliant move from the Kick Sauber driver. That is how we go racing. And back comes Yo, it's Yawn. Did he need to let him back through? Was it an illegal overtake? I think he had to let him back through. Here comes Fanfurness and the Mercedes on the back of Super Turbo. B Wright is 4 seconds behind Fanfurness. Here comes Lewis W on Sam the Man. He's up to P4. Casper is now your race leader. We are 7 laps in. I am also an idiot. So Fanfurness is being held up by Super Turbo here. But for how long? He goes out to the left-hand side. He's not. He did get DRS. He's going to go later on the brakes. And the San Marino driver against the Dutchman. But the Dutchman is defiant as he gets up to P7. Then Leo Lund still on the back of Reese. These two, nothing to separate them. And Leo Lund will continue to take that DRS. Casper, Kevin Gamer is out. Oh, there's a full course safety car. And that is the second time that this is unbelievable. And that has just absolutely changed this race. What is the plan now? Four safety cars and 2 VSCs. Yeah, to be honest, it's probably my fault, Dennis. It's I think every safety car. No, apart from the VSC of Jeffy Boy and yeah, Kyle, and there's been another 2 safety cars and a VSC in the opening 9 laps after the red flag. It's a bit silly. Yeah, I just seen that yawn. Well, I was gonna do him as soon as this race was finished, mate. But I'm breaking down. So safety car will be in at the end of this lap. Yeah, it's been a brutal race, to be honest, here in Singapore. The safety car is in at the end of this lap and we can go racing again and finally get to the end of what's been a really dramatic Grand Prix. So Reese does lead, but his tyres will be a little bit older. So as you can see, Reese 8% on the rears, whereas in Casper's are completely fresh. Oh yeah, we don't get Leoland's data, sorry, yeah. So, interesting. Fanfinus and then B right and then Deadly. Deadly's still got that wing damage. So, off we go. Back again. The Ferrari will get us underway and then Casper. And then you have Leo Lund. Remember, that's what the championship looks like. This is massive for Leo Lund. And he was fighting with Reese and now he's got Casper back with them. Not where he wanted to be, but here we are. It's great news for some of the other drivers. Here comes Cars on the back of Super Turbo. Can he get the better exit down into the slipstream as we head down in towards Memorial Corner at turn 7? The Ferrari at the inside of the Haas and he is in front, and that's a Sauber that's gone clattering into an Alpine behind. And that is CJ on Epic OJ. Both Alpines and both Saubers scrapping at the back there. As you can see, it's Sean, and then Jays is back in this race. Then we've got Reese still in the lead. Casper on his tail as we go down in towards turn 13 at the hairpin. Leo Lund staying with them. Oh, it's a great track to drive on here in Singapore. And that is it's Sean at the back that's made a mistake. Casper really piling on the pressure now to Reese in front. Through turn 16 and 17. Even if it stays like this, it is good for Reese. It is good for Leo Lund. Thank you so much for the follow, mate. So, through turn 2 and 3 we go. The Ferrari still leading to the McLaren. Cars picking up a 3-second time penalty. That is massive in the grand scheme of things. Especially if you look at where the Constructors' Championship is at the moment. It is not done and dusted just yet. Here we go. Down in towards turn 7. The McLaren around the outside. And he is through on the Ferrari. VSC is out. And that will stop any return from that Ferrari. Another VSC. And Casper is now your race leader. And he's not even going to have to defend it. So hopefully none of the drivers get a drive through. But this Yeah. Oh! Oh! It's Jeddah 2021! The Ferrari has just smashed into the back of the McLaren. Reese has got a time penalty of 10 seconds and he's got wing damage. I cannot believe what I've just seen. In this huge, huge championship fight that we are watching here tonight. That is unbelievable. So Reese now has damage. He has a 10-second time penalty. Leo Lund is now in P2. Yeah, well, I'm not here to judge. The stewards will obviously deal with that. I'm not... I don't know. It's just, you know... I'm not here to put opinions on things. I leave everything to the stewards. So, Reese now a second behind the Racing Bull. It seemed a little naughty. Anyway, that's for sure. So, Casper is now leading by a second to Leo Lund with 9 laps to go. God, I hope we don't see any more. It's 4 safety cars, 4 VSCs. Fanfulness is now all over the back of Reese. This is massive for B, right? It is massive. So, 2 tenths behind. Reese died 2 seconds behind. He is going to be absolutely swarmed till the end of this Grand Prix. And that leaves Leo Lund and Casper way out in the lead. Reese is going to be a sitting duck with all that damage. He really is. I wonder if Leo Lund is going to be patient as well and wait on the back of Casper. The only good thing about this is that Casper's got fresh tyres. Here we go. DRS enabled. The Ferrari will defend for his life. I'm wondering in the back of his mind if he's thinking, if I'm going, I'm taking them with me. And it's that sort of mentality to say, no, I'm going to put an absolute roadblock in these drivers' ways. It is a really interesting Grand Prix now. It has been going on for 2.25 hours. So Leo Lund, 8 tenths behind Casper. Here comes Reese, and now they are going to get DRS. This is what they've been waiting for. Fanfulness will be first on the list to try and take his opportunity, but he's not going to take it here. In towards 16 and 17, and they are absolutely piling up behind him. And one of them is his championship rival, B. Wright, who is 10 points in front of Reese, but he is 2 positions behind him. This could be absolutely crucial in the championship. This could be one of them races where you look back at the end of the season and think, my goodness, had that not have happened, what would have been? And I think Reese will be thinking the same thing. He was so unlucky last season and realistic. Is it all going to come tumbling down like a house of cards once again? But Reese doing really well down the straights. B. Wright still not able to get through. Remember, Reese has a 10-second time penalty that will potentially get removed. Here comes Deadly now. He's also got wing damage, but he's still attacking. Fanfulness literally pushing that Ferrari through as we head towards turn 13. Leo Lund is now dropped out of that DRS range, but I don't think he'll be too fussed looking at the championship because he will extend his gap at the top. XD Storms picking up another time penalty. And here we go. And that is Deadly. Then he's going to try and go for a move around the outside, but Be Right covers him off. Deadly seems to be carrying so much more straight line speed. He really does. Look, straight down. It's just... he's really quick. Super Turbo in the points in that Haas. They've only got 2 points all season. They could get another one on that list here tonight. But he's got to fend off that Aston Martin behind. Oh, yo, Sean has lagged out. Oh, no, he's DNF, sorry. Reese is defending with all of his might. And it is working out so well at the moment. I'm just watching in awe of what is going on here. Still, look at the lock-up from the Ferrari. Holding off down the straights. Around turn 17, 18 and 19. Super Turbo picks up a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Sam the Man in the Williams on the back of Epic OJ. Remember, Cars has a time penalty in front. This could be massive for Epic OJ and Super Turbo. Fanfinis is going to get that DRS, and look how close he is to that Ferrari. They are now 7 seconds behind the front two. This is how good Reese has been at defending. He has been absolutely incredible, but is it one step too far? I don't think it is, because Reese is doing it once again. He is holding on. 7 seconds he has lost to the front two, but this could be massive if he holds on to P3. Still to get a podium with everything that's gone against him here. Cars in the other Ferrari on the back of the Alpine of Epic OJ, coming through the Singapore sling, down in towards 11 and 12 and in towards the hairpin. Close racing throughout this grid. I do wonder if Be Right is going to try and strike at any point. It is so difficult to overtake. Reese is doing a mega job. Leo Lund is still there, you know, 5 laps to go. Sam the Man picking up a 3-second now as well. Fanfinis, Be Right, Deadly. Cars on the back of Epic OJ. Could this be the moment? And no, he makes a mistake again. And he's not going to be able to close that gap. Is there anything that these drivers can do to try and get past Reese? I'm thinking Be Right is probably sat behind thinking, just go for it, just go for it. But Fanfinis has come from P20 on this grid. He doesn't want to blow this. And Reese, he's doing an extraordinary job here. And you can tell by the time that he's losing to the drivers in front, but how he's able to keep the drivers behind him. So down in towards Shears at turn 1. We are on lap 19 of 22. He does have a 10-second time penalty, which will mean that they overtake him anyway, but I'm sure that'll be an appeal. Whether it'll be granted or not, we don't know. So you've got to race as if it's track position. And that is it. Sorry guys, I've been waiting to have my tea for ages now. So through turn 11 and 12. I wonder if Leo Lund will be able to do anything before the end of this race. And what about Deadly? Wow, B Wright must have made a mistake. And B Wright is literally clinging onto that position. Down the inside. Wow, that is close. And Deadly and B Wright, this is getting a bit sketchy between the pair of them. And B Wright does not want to lose another position. Especially to a Mercedes that's got damage. But this could mean so much in terms of constructors. Jay's picking up a time penalty. Just having a look at the tyres now. Oh, Reese is holding up the pack massively. He's doing a great job though. Is this it? He's going to have to go later on the brakes at some point here. Reese, he's going to send the Ferrari deep, try and get back onto the throttle. But still, Reese defends. .12 seconds behind the front two. So Casper, oh wow, I thought the Mercedes lost the position, then he nearly did, and B Wright was all over him. Is the pressure starting to get to them? What about the Sauber behind the Aston Martin? Lewis W is up to P10, he's being chased down by CJ. And then you've got Leo Lund still there, fighting for the lead with Casper. 2 laps to go. And the Ferrari, wow, that was close to the wall there for the Ferrari driver. Somebody's got to make a move. It's like a game of chess and somebody's got to move their pawn. Somebody's got to do it to try and play their first hand. I feel like Deadly is the one trying to throw that hand down at the minute. But B Wright has shut it down a few times. Fanfret's half a second behind Reese. Is it going to be too little, too late? What a race. It really is. B Wright and Deadly still there. Epic OJ has started to catch up to him. And I tell you one thing, Epic OJ won't want to stay behind these for too long. But we are on lap 21 of 22. I don't think there's much left to do here. Leo Lund might get one crack of the whip. Casper is doing a splendid job in the lead as we come through turn 16. They are 14 seconds clear of the pack as we head on to the final lap here at the Marina Bay Circuit. Deadly still piling on the pressure behind B Wright. Fanfret, it's got to be now or never, but Reese has got a little bit of space in front of him. He is doing what he needs to do. He is holding on. Fanfret is going to get one chance and one chance only. And he's going to get it out of turn 5 with that DRS. But he's got to get the exit and I don't think he has. He will empty the tank. He is closing. He is closing. But he's not going to go for it. He does give him a little tap. Runs in wide. And no, it is going to be too late. Is Fanfnis going to miss out on the podium? Maybe the drivers don't think they need to go past with his time penalty. But Casper coming in towards Canot. Leo Lunda second behind now. Oh, and that was a little tap from the McLaren behind. And Lewis W fighting with the Sauber for the last remaining point. But it is Casper, the two drivers from Sweden. But it's Casper that reigns supreme with Leo Lund, his countryman, coming through in P2. It is Rhys Dye with a masterclass defensive display here in the Marina Bay circuit that will take P3. He does have a time penalty. Whether that'll be removed or not, we don't know. So it is Fanfnis to Be Right, to Deadly, to Epic OJ, to Cars, to Sam the Man, to Rhys. But that is with the 10-second time penalty. God, that was a really, really long one. Oh, that's going to cause me an absolute nightmare that he's just done that. Like, genuinely going to cause me a nightmare, especially if he takes that 10-second off. It's just DNF'd him from all the standings. You know, I can't even be bothered doing that now. I'll post all the standings tomorrow, because that'll just take me ages. I'm not doing that after 2.5 hours of commentating. On the top step, there you have it. There's Casper, and then Leo Lund in P2. So let's go through the final standings. It is Casper that takes the race win, Leo Lund in P2, and Fanfnis in P3. Be Right in P4 and Deadly in P5. Epic OJ in P6, Cars in P7, Sam the Man in P8, Lewis W in P9, CJ in P10, then Jay's P11, Super Joe P12, XD Storms P13, and Rhys P14, and so on and so on. But yeah, that was a really, really long race. I cannot wait to just chill out now. I've not even had my tea. I was trying to eat it. But yeah, really, really long race, guys. So thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. Really appreciate it. Driver of the day. I gave it to Fanf last week. He used the safety cars quite well. I'll have a think about driver of the day, but I need to get off. Right, guys. Yes, thank you all so much. Right, take care, everybody, and have a great one.